Hi, this is Reuven Lerner, and you are watching my Python Standard Library Video Explainer series. This time we are still looking at sets. This time we want to look at how we can remove things from a set. So let's create a set. S equals a set of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. All right, and here we go. Now I want to remove something. Now, if this were, say, a list, then I could remove it in a few different ways. I could remove it using pop, and I could remove it using remove. So let's see if we have those. S.pop, sure enough, it does exist. But in the case of a list, it removes the last element. That is to say, the element with the greatest index. Can I index things in a set? No, I cannot. Set object is not subscriptable. You can't use square brackets on it. So if I say s.pop, it's going to remove something, but what's it going to remove? 40, s.pop 10, s.pop 50. It looks like it's removing, I don't know, a random element. Let's find out what this method does. Help of s.pop. Sure enough, remove and return an arbitrary set element. So pop is fantastic if you don't care what you're removing, but you want to remove it. I must admit I'm not quite sure when I would want to randomly remove things from a set. Maybe if you want to choose an item randomly, although I'm not sure if it's really that random. I don't know exactly how they go about it. I'm guessing it has something to do with a hash function, but couldn't tell you offhand. So if you have your set there and you want to remove something, whatever it is, then go for it. What if I create my set again, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and I say now s.remove. S.remove, I can remove something based on its value, s.remove of 30. Notice the difference, by the way, between pop and remove. Pop removes an item, an arbitrary item, I'll grant you, but an item, and it returns it. Remove, by contrast, didn't return it at all. Remove, rather, returned none. But if I check now what's in S, here we go, 30 is gone. And what if I try to remove it again, s.remove of 30? It's not going to be so quiet this time. It's going to say key error. Now, why is it saying key error? That exception is usually what we get from a dictionary when we try to use a key that doesn't exist. But remember that sets are basically the key part of dictionaries. If you imagine a dictionary to be a two-column data structure with keys and values, a two-column table, then a set is just that first column, just the key column. And so here when we're trying to remove on 30, it says, I can't find that thing. I don't know what you're trying to remove. By the way, if I also create a set, S equals set of 10, 20, 30, and I say here 40, 50, 60, and here let's say 40, 50, 70. So we now have a set of 3 tuples. Can I remove an element from that tuple? Can I say s.remove of 50? Well, let's even try 30. No, I can't because 30 is not in there. But I can remove the tuple. I can say 10, 20, 30, and now I've removed that tuple from the set, and sure enough, it's gone. So you have to say exactly what element it is you want to use and want to remove, and that's because basically it's using this argument. It's feeding that argument into the hash function. The hash function tells it where to jump to, and that looks to see whether that element exists at all inside of our set. There's a third way to remove things from a set, and that is to use the clear method. S equals 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. If I say here S, so we've got s.clear, it returns none. It doesn't actually, because it changes the object. And here we go. Now we have an empty set. Now, this is what you do if you want to remove all the elements from a set without reassigning it. I could have also said S equals set, right? The difference is that if I say S1 equals 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and S2 equals S1. So now S1 and S2 are both pointing to the same set. They're two names pointing to the same object. So if I say S1.pop, then S2 has also lost that element, lost 40. And if I say S2.pop, then S1 has also lost it. And if I say S1 clear, then S2 is also empty now. By contrast, if I would say S1 equals 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and I say S2 equals S1, so far so good. Now if I say S1 equals an empty set, S2 remains where it was because we haven't changed what it's pointing to. So these are the ways that you can remove items from a set. Okay, there's lots more to talk about with sets. We'll talk about that in additional future videos. Please let me know what comments, thoughts, and suggestions you have, and I will see you next time on my Python Standard Library Video Explainer. This is Reuven Lerner. I'll see you soon.